Maayong udto ug maayong pagpaniudto gikan sa University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. This is your Lunchikan in charge. My name is Eric and you're watching LunChat. Greetings to all trailblazers across the USTP system. Join me today for a chat as we unfold different activities and initiatives in the university's 7-point agenda dynamic. Mga ka-LunChat, for this episode, we will be joined by a trailblazer in protecting and promoting intellectual property rights. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. Venessa A. Garcia, the Director of the Technology Promotions and Commercialization Office. Maayong udto, ma'am.
Thank you, Eric. Maayong udto to all the viewers of LunChat. Thank you for the honor of having me on behalf of the Technology Promotions and Commercialization Office.
The honor is ours as well, ma'am. No? Thank you so much for saying yes sa among invitation to have you here sa among set. Ayan, ma'am. So, atong pagasugdan, ma'am, no, atong talk, since we will be talking about intellectual property rights. Let us first siguro define, ma'am, what it is and para asa din siya.
Right. So, intellectual property rights is actually the legal rights given to individuals or entities for their creative and intellectual works. So, to simply put, that's what intellectual property rights is.
Right. Sige, ma'am. Thank you kay ma'am. No, kayo, as what I've said earlier, dili gid tanan kabalo. Sige na tug kadunggan, no? Especially sa mga music, mga atong kuan. Pero in our case, of course, we're talking about technology. So going there, ma'am, no, since we want to highlight atong revenue generation, especially nga kamo ga panguna gyud ani, ma'am, ang TPCO. So ginaunsa na to, ma'am, pagkuha og revenue, and in what way can the university benefit out from it?
Yes. So after we have successfully commercialized technologies, we will be earning royalties from these successfully commercialized technologies. And so that's how we actually earn revenue.
Right.
So we have a corresponding computation, and the percentage of royalty that we earn will differ from one technology to another. So there is that range, whether it's food, it's more of artificial intelligence, and so on and so forth.
So dili lang dayon, ma'am, kay I was thinking earlier since technology, no, wa ko naguno ng appeal di ay ang food nga sa NMFIC ni, ma'am, nga kana atong okay.
In fact, the first technologies that we were able not to successfully commercialize were from our food innovations center.
Right. So that's good to also hear, no, kay sa mga succeeding episodes, I know nga ato pong mag-guest there ang NFIC. So it's really good to see nga naadyo'y connection ng kada office. Nagyo siya there for a purpose, and we are the offices are helping you each other para mag-flourish. Right. So kato, ma'am, no, speaking of kanina, we talked about pinakauna ninyo gyud nga na commercialize isang food products sa NMFIC. And baguhay lang gyud nga nag-celebrate ko sa 3rd year anniversary. So nag-start ba gyud ni, ma'am, yung office nga ga-generate og income?
We take pride in always saying, no, that when TPCO was established, it was in the midst of pandemic. So
right.
That is why we always go by our signature greeting. That's a happy and resilient day to all every time we do events, because the office is resilient like that, no?
Right.
We started with practically no budget, no, but nonetheless with the support, no, of the really the full support, and we're very thankful for that.
Right.
With the whole USTP administration, especially our officials, we were really able to commercialize technologies. We were able to hit targets which not all universities, or only half of the most universities would commit. And we started with as one of the grantees of the P-Shared under the Impact program. This is the program for IP management. It's an Impact stands for IP management program for academic institutions commercializing technologies. So that's how we basically started. Thankfully, with their fund, we were one of the grantees among all universities nationwide. And with that, we were able to push for our goals. And during into our second year of operation, we were able to successfully commercialize four.
Oh,
And
nice.
we generate income first by the licensing fee that they pay for adapting the technology. And I just made mention that it was Best Friend Goodies, no, that which is an MSME that as our first adapter, that first adapted our technology. And we are on the process of collecting our royalty already.
Nice.
So you see, it's not something that can happen overnight. It
Exactly.
will have to go through a process. So they would have to be subjected to the Fairness Opinion Board. So they will qualify and all that. And then the income generation will come after. So it starts with the licensing fee. If it's a direct selling, then they would have to pay for the entire cost of developing the technology. And then for those that are not in direct selling, meaning they are into licensing, whether it's exclusive or non-exclusive, then that's when the royalty comes in.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am, no. Very kuan gito siya. Comprehensive enough na for us ang ginaunsa gyud ay pag-generate og income from our starting sa atong, of course, atong IP rights or intellectual property rights. I'd just like to kanang say din kaganina, ma'am, no, kay you were talking about katong kagani nga baby pa ang TPCO. It only started 3 years ago and in the midst of pandemic pa gyud kaayo. So very resilient kaayo and it's very good to hear pod nga bisag 3 years pa we are generating income na out from it, and the university is really living up to its name as a science and technology university. Kay really kanang sane marag trailblazing, especially aning natong pag generate og revenue sa atong rights. Sige, ma'am. So, before we proceed, ma'am, no, sa atong chikahan pa any further, let us kanang ginhawa lang sa agamay. Just to break the ice na, we'll have a short game called Fast Food Talk. So, basically, ma'am, atong mechanics ani more siya fast talk ni Boy Abunda. Pero, you will just have to choose, since we are called LunChat. Kinahanglan mo mag-pick sa 2 options nga food options, ma'am. Sige, so ready na, ma'am?
Ready.
Okay, ready. Sige. First is flat tops or curly tops?
Flat tops.
Flat tops. 2, dark chocolate or white chocolate?
White chocolate.
Chocolate sundae or chocolate brownies?
Chocolate sundae.
Sundae. Moist chocolate cake or chocolate cupcake?
Moist chocolate cake.
Mint chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
And last, Milo or sikwate?
Sikwate.
Sikwate. Very Filipino kayo, sikwate, no? Thank you so much, ma'am. So, as you kanang noticed earlier, puro sa chocolate, no? Atong options. So, to give you lang a short trivia sa ato po mga gapaminaw karon, no? Wherever you are, chocolate bars made their debut on the market around 1910. So, dark chocolate also has many health benefits, from improving bad cholesterol to lowering blood pressure, helping to reduce stress and improving vision. So a study by Harvard also found that drinking 2 cups of hot chocolate a day prevented memory decline. So para sa ato ang mga medyo ga-deteriorate ng memory, inom lang itag chocolate drink. Wow, baka naman po, may mag-sponsor dyan. Wow, na-insert pa ito ba? Nato yung mga sponsors na paminaw, palihog lang, kinahanglan pa may Bitaw, dagang salamat. Bitaw, ma'am, no, going back sa atong chikahan, ma'am. Ang intellectual property protection, ma'am, is critical para mag-foster og innovation, no? And TPCO kay naagi siya sa forefront para mahitabo ni siya og ma-execute ni og ayo. So, unsaon niya to, ma'am, pag-continue og promote?
Yes, that is so right, because intellectual property is one of the 3 processes ng the whole technology transfer cycle. So, um, we promote that by complementing it with programs that our office has crafted or discussed with among uh, our team. And so far, we were able to do events that can really, we start actually with awareness of intellectual properties, as you said early on. Not everyone really have an in-depth
Right.
understanding on what
Oo.
intellectual property rights is. So we always start with that. It's an all year round activity, and we are tapping not only our internal stakeholders, but we also play big brother, big sister to other universities. So we
Nice.
also join them in their IP campaigns. So it has to start with that before we can promote the technologies that we have. It's really important that our developers, our researchers really have an understanding on what intellectual property rights is. If we have such laws that really protects their creations,
Right.
because one challenge actually that we have are kaning trust issues,
Trust
with
issues, oo.
our and that's understandable. That's okay. That's why we really make it our goal, to give them a better understanding and to increase their appreciation on intellectual properties.
Right. Oo.
Even most businesses were not able to appreciate that. That is why karon, di ba, aya pa sila maka-appreciate nga nung kinahanglan man magpa-trademark, nga nung kinahanglan man ta magpa register sa tong logo. And that is
Right.
what we're promoting in the university, because it has to start with us. We have to be the ones to really educate them.
Right.
And then we can help these technologies be promoted in the market. We can bring these technologies into the marketplace by helping our developers find that perfect match. So you see in TPCO, we're like also playing a dating game. No? We find the perfect match for our technologies. So that's why we do pitching events. And we're very fortunate that in the university, we have our we're really working hard on having a defined innovation ecosystem.
Right.
So every time we work with all other innovation offices, innovation centers, like we work closely with CDO Bytes in our
Right.
pitching events, because these are complementary events that we have. And we do road shows, and just recently in TPCO's anniversary, we are trying to revamp the programs that we have, so that it will be in line with for example, the theme that our S&T Park is anchored on. So we are going to officially launch that perhaps in our Charter Day celebration.
Nice.
So we have these programs. We have programs that will also link that to our local government units. Now, if only to really increase appreciation on technology transfer. So it's not just for private industries, but for our local governments as well. And coming up with really engaging know-how. So we are trying to introduce, and this might be rather preempting, but we are going to be launching soon it's like a short course for our researchers.
Nice.
For the whole tech transfer thing. So
Nice.
we hope that it will be really successful. Yeah, so that's how basically we promote, and we start with protection, then we promote these technologies, so we have programs for that. And along these lines, we also help our industry partners with their business models to assure them that there is really marketability of the technology that they will be adopting. And then the whole commercialization thing. And to complete that process, we also have our the legal aspect, and it's very fortunate in the university that we have also our support for that. Although in
Nice.
the original structure of TPCO, we have our contract management unit, which will take charge, no, of the legal aspect
Legal,
of the
oo.
whole process. So
Right.
they take care of the arrangement of the contracts, the
Mm-mm.
licensing agreements, the tech transfer agreements, and so on and so forth.
Right. Thank you so much, Ma'am. No, it's very good to note kaganina, Ma'am, as you said earlier nga, importante ang intellectual property rights nga ma-register gud siya. Kay mao siyang first step, no? Sa especially sa ang like what you said earlier, ang protect gud ang pinaka ay first lang gud na siya. Tas daghan pa siya kinahanglan lagian. And I think it's also worth kanang to note pod as what you said earlier, Ma'am, no, nga natin mga business owners nga dili gud kanang walay pake, no, especially sa lagi katong pag-register sa ilang names, ilang logos and everything. Kaya it will really come in handy later on, especially if kanang naagyoy mo try o especially no kanang mahutdan mayutag mga pangalan. Very important siya kay makabalok nga ay nakgamit na ninamo kami ra pwede makagamit ani nga name. So things like that, no, very shallow lang pod akong kuan, so it's very good nga nastoryahan na to karon. And I know pod atong mga gapaminaw karon, they will really learn a lot out from this talk, especially sa atong mga business owners and everyone pod nga curious lang kung unsa gyud pag-work gyud sa intellectual property rights. So, ma'am, daghang salamat kayo for coming. Before dito mo end, ma'am, no, na ba kay gusto isulti sa atong mga gapaminaw karon, itong mga ka-LunChat?
Okay, so thank you very much for this opportunity to promote what our office has been up to. Please know that USTP has Technology Promotions and Commercialization Office, which is actually the equivalent of KTTO in most universities. But true to our brand of being trailblazers, no, we opted to really be unique with our our branding. So that's why for USTP we have TPCO, and that's Technology Promotions and Commercialization Office. We go by the tagline Protect, Promote, and Commercialize. So may you continue to walk with us in cultivating an innovative culture in USTP. Thank you very much.
Alright, daghang salamat, ma'am, for gracing us with your presence and of course, no, for sharing these very informative tidbits with us karong paniud to. I know, no, that the USTP community will be thrilled in this endeavor that we partake in, and we are very, especially na ako, excited kay ko, ma'am, sa inyong mga gi-preempt ka ganina nga mga kuan, especially itong course, no. I'd really love to join if ever pwede. And of course, mga ka-LunChat, in the University 7-point Agenda Dynamic, TPCO falls under letter A, which is to accelerate revenue generation and ensuring effective resource management. This has been your Lunchican in charge, Eric Dotarot. See you next episode dito lang sa LunChat.